Hello everyone, this is Akanksha. In this video of today's, we are going to learn something about prepositions. What are prepositions? How we have to use which prepositions, because prepositions are quite tricky. Sometimes or many times we don't know about which preposition is fitting over where. Like I am at the store or I am in the store, I talk to him or I talk with him. We feel that everything is correct over here when we are framing the sentence, but practically or technically it is not. So in this video we are going to learn about the correct usage of prepositions and how many types of prepositions do we have. Prepositions are very important structural words in English. Structural words are words that help in building the grammatical structure of a sentence. A preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun, or to indicate the connection between two or more words. Now here two or more words means either that two words are both noun, or one noun or an adjective, or one noun or a verb. Anything means joining of two words, whether both are nouns, whether one is noun and another is adjective, whether one is a noun and another is a verb. So basically a preposition is a word which we have to place before a noun or a pronoun. Here we have one example on the basis of the definition which we have just read it in the previous slide. This is the town hall of Kolkata. It was built in the early 19th century. The building speaks about the skill of the architect. In this small paragraph, I have 4 prepositions, and now we will see the correct usage of prepositions. Like the very first preposition we have of in the first sentence, that is placed before the noun Kolkata and it joins the noun town hall to the noun Kolkata. Like we have two nouns and the joining of both the nouns, we have one preposition, that is of. In another sentence, in the second sentence, you can see in is the preposition. So it tells us about the time of the action built. In the third sentence, we have two prepositions, about and of. What is the function of about in the third sentence? Third sentence or the third preposition, that is placed before the noun the skill and it joins the verb speaks to the noun the skill, and it tells us that the subject matter, the building, speaks about the skill. And you can see the very last preposition, that is of, in the third sentence only, that is placed before the noun the architect and it joins the noun the skill and the architect. We have two nouns over here, the skill and the architect. In the joining of the two nouns we have one preposition, that is of, and it tells us that the architect possesses the skill. So of, in and about. Link different words in each sentence in the passage. Such words are called prepositions, and the word preposition means positioned before or placed before another word. Pre means before. Prepositions. So here prepositions, if you see the spelling of preposition, we have pre, B-R-E, pre. So that pre means before. Now we have kinds of prepositions: simple prepositions, compound prepositions, and phrase prepositions. Simple prepositions we have in, at, by, for, from, of, up, with, on, out. Compound prepositions inside, outside, along, above, across, beside, beneath, between, about, and many more. Next we have phrase prepositions. Phrase means group of words used with the force of a single prepositions, like in front of, according to, away of, in place of, in regard of, in case of, in comparison to, instead of, where you don't have one word only, you have more than one word or group of words, that is phrase prepositions. Here we have kinds of prepositions, like prepositions of place, prepositions of time, prepositions of position or directions. Like in prepositions of place, we have in, at, on, between, above, below, over, across. Same with prepositions of time, we have at, on, in, by, until, till, during, for. prepositions of positions, which is telling you about what's the correct position of particular thing, like the pen is lying on the table, under the table, over, at, in, on. And next we have prepositions of directions like towards, onwards, onto, through, along, across, over, and many more. Prepositions of place. Basically, prepositions of place tell you about the correct location of something. That is basically telling you about the place. In prepositions of place, we have many prepositions. For example, like in, at, on give us information about place or any location. So they are called preposition of place. For example, you can see in used to mean the location of a thing or a person inside a limited area, room, building, or country. For example, the ball is in the box. So that is location of a ball, because ball is a thing. So location of a ball or area that the ball is in the box. Next we have at. Used to indicate a particular time or particular point of a meeting at particular place. If you have decided to meet someone at particular place or at particular time, like sharp at 2 o'clock, we'll meet. So that is at, preposition of place. The ball is at the center of the circle, or I will meet you at the shop. So, but where you have a particular place or a meeting point or a particular time, there you have to use at. Next we have on. Used for a point on a line or surface like public transport, etc. Like the box is on the way or the box is on the table. Next we have above. Used to mean at a level higher than something. If something is above you, that is higher than you, higher than something, there we have to use above. Like the green ball is above the white ball. You can imagine what I am giving you example, and then you can think over it what I am speaking about. The green ball, if you have two balls, you have green ball and the white ball, and the green ball is above the white ball, so that is level higher than another ball. Next we have under. Used to mean at a level lower than something or below something, like the ball is under the table or the ball is under the box. So that is used to mean below something. There we have to use under. Next we have below. It's similar, used to mean at a level lower than something. Higher means above, below means lower than something. The white ball is below the green ball. There the green ball was above. Now the green ball or the white ball is below the green ball. Next by. Used to mean next to. If something is there next to you, you can see the ball is placed by the box. That is next to you. A man is standing by you, means the man is standing next to you. Beside used to mean next to or at the side of. If something is there at your side or beside. The pool is beside the road, or she is standing beside me. Between used to talk about when we are talking about two persons, like she is standing between two people, or she is standing between two tables. When you are talking about two persons, two places, or two things, like the ball is between the two boxes, where you are talking about two things, basically two persons, two things, or two places, between you have to use. Next we have among. Among means more than. used to talk about many persons, many places, many things. Like the green box is kept among the white boxes. We have many white boxes and the green box is kept among those white boxes. Next we have behind. There is one more, that is behind. You know how to use, where to use behind. Like used to talk about a position that is partially or fully covered by something in front of. Next we have prepositions of time which indicates time, like on, in, by, until, for, during, between, within. We'll start from on, the very first prepositions of time, that is on, which indicates dates or days. Like example, on the 25th of December, or on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and so on. In, when you are talking about entire period of time or part of a period of time, like in ancient times or in the 19th century. By, a time limit, when you have given someone a time limit that you want that work basically, or you want that work by tomorrow or by evening, in the evening, or by 2 o'clock sharp. Like Mahir will meet Sam by 9 in the morning. That's the time limit. Until, again, until also used when you are showing any time limit, continuation of an action. Like I will study until dark. The continuation of an action that you are keep studying, or you keep studying until it is gonna to be dark. Next prepositions of time, we have for. For means the length of an action or how long an action lasts. For example, I slept for 2 hours in the evening. I walk for an hour every morning. Next, during. During means duration of an action, known period of time. Like I studied during the night. I visited my grandparents during the holidays. Between, the duration of 2 points of time, like between 5:30 to 6 in the evening I will be available, or I am available between 2 to 3 in the afternoon. You can do your work between 3 to 4 p.m. and so on. Within, before the end of a certain period, like the work should be done within an hour, before the end of a certain period. Prepositions of direction. Look at the following sentences. I'm going to school. The boy is walking towards his house. I'm walking along the river. I walked through the room. Go across the road. So to, towards, along, through, across give information about the direction or movement of persons or things, and these prepositions are known as prepositions of direction. Here is one activity. You can see this figure, and these are the following questions. Where is the hospital? Where is the bank? Where is the drugstore? Where is the store? Where is the library? So you have to, with the help of the prepositions of direction, you have to find out the answer and write it down. In this picture, you can see where am I? I'm on the table, I'm under the table, I am behind the table, I'm in front of the table, I am beside the table, I am by the table. On, under, behind, front, beside, and by. These are the compound prepositions. Besides single word prepositions such as on, in, about, above, beside, behind, outside, underneath, etc., there are some groups of words that function as prepositions. Those prepositions we called as group prepositions or phrase prepositions, like in spite of, owing to, for the sake of, in front of, due to, on behalf of, in order to, as a result of, and so many other. Examples you can see: in case of need, phone 129. In consequences of his illness, he couldn't finish his work. He persevered in spite of difficulties. He acted according to my instructions. By means of rope, they scaled the wall. And so many examples are there. He acted according to my instructions. Why don't you go along with your brother? Etc. So these are the phrase prepositions or group of prepositions. Correct use of some prepositions. As we all know that exceptions are always be there. In this prepositions, there are few prepositions which you have to see, and the usage of preposition, this we can see here, like beside, besides. Beside means next to, like the house is beside the lake. Besides means in addition to. Besides being a good dancer, she is also a good singer. Since and for. Since, when you're talking about for a point of time in the past, like she has been absent since Monday morning, and for means a period of time, like I have been waiting here for 2 hours or the 3 hours. Next we have in and into. In refer to being inside something, like he is in town at the moment. Into refers to movement to the inside of something. If there is any movement going on inside something, like he fell into the river and got wet. So when there is any movement going on inside of something, that is into, and when you are inside something, then it's in. Position of prepositions. Although the preposition is usually placed before a noun or pronoun, sometimes it comes after the word which it modifies. Like the preposition always comes at the end of a sentence when its object is the relative pronouns. That here is the man that you were looking for, or here's the girl that you were looking for. This is the novel that I am fond of. When the preposition usually comes at the end when its object is an interrogative pronoun, like what are you talking about? Whom are you thinking of? The prepositions comes at the end when its object is a relative pronoun, understood but not stated. Like, this is the book I was speaking about. We know that relative pronoun is there, but it is not stated anywhere. Then also the preposition will come at the end. There is the friend I was referring to. Here too is a preposition, but at the end. You have practice question A to G. Fill in the blanks with the correct prepositions. You have to choose which preposition is suitable where, and accordingly you have to write your answers. Thank you for watching and subscribing my channel. Those who have already did it, thank you. Those who haven't done till now, please hit the bell icon or subscribe to receive the notification every time when I post any video. Thank you and have a nice day.